Can we talk about how some people just kind of, I don't know, bitches get too friendly with you, right? So I'm here in my apartment, living my life. I don't have much on. I'm very comfortable. I had a great day at work today, and I am reading about stripper drama on Twitter, right? Because I live um, a really culturally rich life here in East Asia. But so you know, I'm listening to music, I'm reading ratchet shit online, and then there is like a really frantic uh, ringing of my doorbell. Which, girl, I've already made a couple videos about people who come to my door. And so I'm just like, oh God. And it was kind of scary, like how frantic the doorbell ringing was, right? So I was completely naked, so I had to get dressed. I had to tell them to wait a minute. And then like um, I grab, this and I put it in my pocket just because, um, habit, you know? Um, so I'm just like, oh, it's probably some bitch trying to sell me something, but let's see what this is. And I open the door, and it's this guy who, at first, actually looked like the only guy who I've met in Shinjuku New Chome and invited to my home immediately after, right? That's such a roundabout way to describe a hookup, right? But so he looked like this guy. He was also the guy who I kind of wrote about him half jokingly, half seriously proposing to me, right? Which is a whole lot of tea. Which that's a lot of tea that I haven't talked about on YouTube. But if you're on my Tumblr, then you know everything. But girl, you don't know everything, but you know what I feel like sharing right now. Anyway, so at first he looked like this guy, right? Who is nice, but I him showing up randomly to my place would be very strange and very creepy. So I was just like, whoa, oh, okay, wait, you're someone else. All right, like, and I said good evening, and he said, hey, good evening. It's like it's about to rain, so can I just come inside? And I was just like, oh, well, what do you need? And he's like, well, like I really should just come inside right now. And I was just like, what exactly do you want? Like, why do you need to come inside? And he's like, well, it's about to rain. And I was just like, it is about to rain, huh? Mm-hmm. Which isn't very Christian of me, right? But I'm not a Christian. And also, this nigga was acting like he was going to get rained on. There's definitely, alcove isn't the right word, but there's definitely like there's shelter over my door. It's not like you leave my door and then you can look at the sky above you. Like, there's building over that. So this bitch was not in the rain, and I was just like, I was just creeped out. Like, why are you trying to get into my house so immediately? Like, I don't know your name. I don't know why you're here. I mean, if it was someone who was like clearly in an emergency situation, then I'd help a girl out. But he was just kind of casually dressed, like, hey, like, let me into your house. Um, bitch, I reached for these very like clandestinely in my pocket. Like, oh God, okay, oof, I'm gonna go through it. Um, and he was also like looking around inside my house, and then I was just like, so what do you need? I do see it's about to rain, but like, what do you want? And he's like, oh wow, you're not Japanese, but you're speaking Japanese. Interesting. And I was just like, okay, like, I don't know. It was just, I was making that ugly ass face that I just made too. And, um, and so he just kind of like walks towards, like basically into me. Like he's, like this bitch is about to walk into my house. And I was just like, do you need help with something? And I like put my arm like over the door, right? And he's just like, oh, well, it's about to rain, so I see that you have some laundry hanging out and you should bring that in. And I was like, okay. And which you can see back there, I brought it in. Um, but yeah, I was like, okay, cool. And he's like, yeah. And he just like stands there looking at me, which is so fucking creepy. And I felt really bad because he actually helped a girl out, right? Like it is about to rain, and I would have been upset if my laundry got wet, and so now it's gonna stay dry. But um, like, Why was he trying to get into my house? Like, what was that about? So I don't know. And of course, my mind's just like he was clearly someone who's just like scouting my place out because he's gonna murder me or rob me later, and that's fine. Which is not. It's paranoid of me, but well, I think I made some of the videos private. Um, but my family has been a victim, a collective victim of attempted arson before, and I have had my apartment broken into and robbed and my room trashed before. So these are separate occasions. So obviously that didn't happen in Japan. That happened in America. But like, I have a reason to like be suspicious about people who are trying to like scout out my house or enter my house or whatever. Um, and for any new people who weren't around for those videos, that was some fucked up shit. I was in high school when that attempted arson happened, and that was really fucked up. That was on the news. We were all traumatized. It was also connected to a rape that occurred that, like, I just don't. I'll get into the video later. I'll make another video about it later, but that was some wild ass shit. Anyway, and so my laundry's in my house now, and I assume he's gone. And I'm gonna resume reading these stripper tweets, and I'm gonna go to bed. And I've had a great day, and I hope you've had a great day as well. And I have a new URL on Tumblr now, so it's kind of like my personal bullshit Tumblr. That's gonna be the first link, and then I'll put my Jet Tumblr, which is where the real tea gets spilled. I'll put that underneath in case you're interested. So, all right, this is a 7-minute video. I've already been speaking too long. Take it easy.